Football players don't just wear any jersey numbers. What if I told you Cristiano Ronaldo didn't even want his iconic number 7 at first?
Not number 7.
You see, every jersey number has a unique backstory attached to it. Ideally, the traditional way of giving a jersey number would be for players playing at specific positions, but today, players use it as a form of identity. It's that personal for them. So first, let's take a look at the player that loved the number 9 so much, he made 1+8 his shirt number. Weird, right? Well, meet Ivan Zamorano. Back then, he had the famous number 9 shirt while playing for Inter, and you know who else wanted the number 9 shirt? Ronaldo Nazario. During Ronaldo's first season at Inter, he played with the number 10 jersey. But for his second season, he wanted the iconic number 9 jersey. Zamorano was happy to let the shirt go, but he still loved his number 9. So upon handing over the jersey, Nerazzurri legend Sandro Mazzola came up with the crazy idea of jersey number 18, but with a plus in the middle, and Zamorano went with it. He was so committed to the number 9 shirt that he added some arithmetic to it. And I must say, it turned out to be the most sold shirt in the history of Italian football at the time, and one of the most iconic jerseys in world football. But if we're speaking of iconic jersey numbers, then we have to speak about Antoine Griezmann. Throughout his whole childhood, he was always seen as the small kid who could never make it in football. Basically, everyone rejected him, and as a young player, that's very, very hard. When he turned 14, his hometown club, UF Mocanais, gave him his one and only shot at football. Although, you could argue that the fact his dad was mayor played a huge part in this, but that's another story. When Antoine put on the number 7 jersey and played against PSG Youth Academy, he was nothing short of unplayable. Everyone was wondering, who is that kid? Who is that number 7 kid? And from there on in, that became his identity. So, everywhere you see Antoine now, you see number 7. Griezmann's story is a very emotional one, but not as emotional as the story behind De Jong's shirt number. Frenkie started as a really good footballer from a young age. He was seen as that talented kid from the bunch, and he rose through the ranks all the way from William II to Ajax. Along the way, there was one man who was always training with him, and that was his grandfather Hans de Jong. When de Jong got his dream move to Barcelona, he went with his whole family to the presentation as a form of celebration. But only one person was absent, the one man who really believed Frenkie would make it in football, his grandfather. Frenkie's grandfather passed away on his 21st birthday, and in some way the number 21 shirt is a tribute to him. So this is why whichever club Frenkie goes next, he would always wear the number 21 because it's iconic to him. If we're talking iconic players, then we have to mention Jude Bellingham. He is the all-round complete midfielder. He's got it all, the skills, goals, tricks, and even a fantastic hairline. Jesus, I can't introduce this guy to my girlfriend. No, man, I just can't. But what sets Jude apart is his intelligence, which he displayed during his time at Birmingham City's academy. When it came to choosing his jersey number, while other kids were scrambling for popular numbers, Jude remained calm. Then, when it was his turn, he surprised everyone with his quick thinking. He added 3 iconic numbers in football together. 10 plus 8 plus 4. What does that give you? 22, right? Well, that was his new jersey number. He dominates the midfield so well, he reminds me of someone. Oh, yes, it's Zinedine Zidane. And guess what? After signing for Real Madrid, Bellingham would now wear the number 5 just like Zinedine Zidane. Now, let's do some arithmetic. 5 plus 2, that's 7, and who wears the number 7 jersey? Who else than Cristiano Ronaldo? As a young kid at Sporting, Ronaldo dreamed of achieving great things. I mean, which young kid doesn't? His big chance came in a UCL match against Manchester United, where he impressed Sir Alex Ferguson. Next thing you know, Manchester United came calling, offering him a chance to shine, a chance to take over the Premier League. However, there was one little problem. Ronaldo had worn the number 28 jersey at Sporting and wanted to continue that tradition at United. But Ferguson had a different idea. He wanted Ronaldo to wear the iconic number 7 jersey, which had been worn by iconic players like George Best, Eric Cantona, and David Beckham in the past. Ronaldo was scared at first, and you can't blame him. would be scared too, but eventually he agreed. And the rest, as they say, is history. He transformed the number into a symbol of greatness, becoming known as CR7. Another number just as iconic is the Neymar's number 10 jersey for Brazil. Everyone knows Brazil's national team is among the world's best, and the number 10 jersey is exclusively reserved for legends. The track record speaks for itself. Look at the players who have worn it so far: Pelé, Rivaldo, and most recently Ronaldinho. All iconic. However, as Ronaldinho's career neared its end, he knew it was time to pass on the jersey to the next big star. But the question now was, who was the next big star in the country? We all weren't sure until Neymar came along. Neymar was very successful with Santos, and when he moved to Barcelona, that was all Ronaldinho needed to see to bestow the number 10 jersey on Brazil's next superstar. So just before the 2014 World Cup began, Ronaldinho bestowed his blessing upon Neymar, passing him the iconic number 10 jersey. And how did Neymar do? Well, right now he is the second highest goal scorer in Brazil's history, trailing only Pelé. So it's safe to say that things turned out more than okay. But Neymar's not the only baller Ronaldinho has handed the number 10 jersey to. Who else? Hint. He's also a Barcelona legend. Who? Played in the legendary MSN trio with Neymar and Suarez? I still don't know who it is. Well, you know him and I know him. Lionel Messi. When Lionel Messi joined Barcelona, he was a shy kid who simply wanted to play the game. But guess who was on top of his game at the time? Ronaldinho. He was the star player for Barcelona, reaching the peak of his career. And he saw something in Messi, something nobody saw at the time. He saw Messi's potential to become the best player in the world. So he took Messi under his wing, treating him like a younger brother, and together they formed an unstoppable duo. It was a nightmare for defenders because, trust me, when they're on their game, you can't stop them. Ronaldinho even assisted Messi in scoring his first goal for Barcelona in La Liga. It was the perfect love story. Well, that was until Barcelona's coach at the time, Pep Guardiola, became concerned about Ronaldinho's lifestyle negatively influencing Messi's development. So, Pep made the difficult decision to not renew Ronaldinho's contract at Barcelona, allowing him to leave for AC Milan on a free transfer. The fans were shocked, but it had to be done. But before leaving, Ronaldinho made one final request: to pass on his jersey number to Messi. And just like that, Messi became Barcelona's new number 10. Considering the remarkable 474 goals he scored for the club in La Liga, it's safe to say that Messi's journey turned out to be incredibly successful. The next dude is no Messi, but his jersey number is just as iconic. Guys, meet Phil Foden. He came up as a remarkable talent who seems like he was destined to play the game. After his breakthrough season at Manchester City, the club offered him a new contract and the opportunity to change his jersey number. But you know what? He actually turned it down. Why? Because his jersey number held a very special meaning to him. You see, Phil dedicated his jersey number to someone incredibly important in his life: his granddad, Ronnie. Sadly, Ronnie passed away when he was just 47 years old. Phil wanted to honor his memory and keep his granddad close to his heart every time he stepped out onto the field. So, despite signing a new deal with Manchester City, Phil refused to change his jersey number. He decided to continue using it as a constant tribute to his beloved granddad. It's beautiful that as a young player, he holds family dear. So, hold up, you've gotten this far, slap a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. Come on, don't be no fun, I'll see you in the next one. Bye!